Question: Where was the Hindustan Republic Organization established? Kanpur. As Hindustan Socialist Republic Association was founded in 1924 in Kanpur. It was founded by revolutionary leaders such as Sachindranath Sanyal, Ram Prasad Bismil, Jogesh Chandra to fight British colonial rule. The main of the organization was to establish Federal Republic of the United States of India through armed revolution. The foundational document of the Hindustan Republic Association was the manifesto titled The Revolutionary, which outlined their ideology and objective. The organization is historically linked to Kakori train robbery 1925, an event that highlighted its revolutionary activities and its member courage. Punjab was a significant center of revolutionary activity during India's freedom struggle. Prominent leaders like Bhagat Singh Sukhdev Rajguru hailed from Punjab. The Ghadar party formed in 1913 was based in Punjab and focused on mobilizing Indian abroad to overthrow British rule. Despite its revolutionary background, Punjab was not the place where Hindustan Republic Association was established. Lahore, now in Pakistan, was a crucial hub for revolutionary activity during the Indian freedom movement. The Lahore conspiracy case 1929 is associated with the Bhagat Singh and other revolutionaries who tried for their role in killing of British officer J.P. Saunders. However, the Hindustan Republic Association was not established in Lahore. Lucknow played an important role in Indian independence movement, hosting events like the Lucknow Pact 1916 between the Indian National Congress and All India Muslim League. It was also a center for cultural and political activities during colonial rule. Nonetheless, it was not the location where the Hindustan Republic Association was founded. Question 2. The Statute Commission, the Leal Commission, and the MacDonald Commissions were constituted during British rule in India primarily to address issues related to which one of the following areas: investigation into famine condition and formulation of relief measures. The Strasser Commission 1888 was appointed to examine recurring famines in India. The early famine codes. The Leal Commission 1897 was constituted after the severe famines of the late 19th century to further examine famine administration, relief operation, and preventive strategies. The MacDonald Commissions reviewed famine relief following the Great Famine of 1899, focusing on the commissions were therefore concerned with the investigation and formulation of relief measures, not military, police, or decentralized reforms. These commissions contributed to evolution of Indian famine codes, which sent relief measures such as public work, grant distributions, and wage policies. Recurrent famines exposed the limitation of colonial economic policies, including heavy land revenue demands and neglects of rural welfare. Famine commissions marked an early attempt at stage intervention in welfare through relief was often inadequate and delayed. Question 2. Which among the following battles was not related to First Anglo-Sikh War? Battle of Chilianwala. Battle of Chilianwala. This battle was part of the Second Anglo-Mar, not the First Anglo-Sikh War. The Battle of Chilianwala was fought on 13 January 1849 between the Sikh forces led by Sher Singh Tariwala and British East India Company. Other battles in India First Anglo-Sikh War was first battle was fought on December 1845 and marked the beginning of the First Anglo-Sikh War. The British forces under Sir Hugh and Sir Henry Hardinge faced the Sikh forces led by Lal Singh. Battle of Aliwal. The battle took place on 28 January 1840 and was significant victory for the British forces. It was fought between the British East India Company led by Sir Harry Smith and the Sikh forces at 1840. It marked the end of the with a decisive victory for the British forces. First Anglo-Sikh War 1845 से 46. The first Anglo-Sikh War was fought between the Sikh Empire and the British East India Company. The war caused by the political instability in the Sikh Empire after the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the British desire to expand their territory. The war ended with the Treaty of Lahore in March 1840, resulting in significant territorial losses for the Sikh Empire. Second Anglo-Sikh War 1848-49. This war was fought between the Sikh Empire and the British East India Company following the aftermath of the First Anglo-Sikh War. This war ended with the defeat of Sikh forces and annexation of Punjab by British in 1849. The Treaty of Amritsar was concluded between Maharaj Ranjit Singh and Lord Minto. The Treaty of Amritsar 1809 was concluded between Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the British East India Company. At that time, the Governor General of India was Lord Minto 1807-1813. The treaty was signed on 25 April 1809. The British were represented by Charles Medcalf in negotiation. The main objective of the British was to for the treaty. Ranjit Singh agreed not to expand beyond the Satluj. The British recognized his sovereignty over territories west of the Satluj. This treaty established the Satluj as a boundary between British-controlled territory and the Sikh Empire. It prevented immediate military conflict between British. The agreement strengthened between British diplomats' influence in North India. Other options are encouraged Lord Cornwallis was early associated with permanent settlements. Lord Dalhousie annexed 1849. Lord Hastings was linked to Anglo-Maratha War. In 1817, the famous Hindu college was established by David Hare in Calcutta. The Hindu college was established in the year 1817 in Calcutta, now Calcutta, India. Founder, it was founded by notable figures such as David Hare, Rajaram Mohan Roy, and Radhakant, who were prominent social reformers and educationists. Purpose was the college was established with the aim of the promoting Western education and modern learning among the youth of India, particularly Hindus. Historical significance: Hindu College is regarded as one of the first institutions in India to provide formal education in English language and Western sciences. In 1955, Hindu College was renamed as Presidency College, which later became the role of David Hare. David Hare, a Scottish watchmaker and philanthropist, played a crucial role in the establishment of Hindu College. He was dedicated to advancing education in India and promoting intellectual growth. David Hare was a Scottish philanthropist who moved to India in the early 19th century. He actively contributed to the development of educational institutions like Hindu College and Hare School in Calcutta. Hare was known for his belief in education as a tool for social reform and worked closely with Indian reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Presidency College, after being renamed in 1855, Presidency College became one of the most prestigious institutions in India, known for its academic excellence. It has produced several notable alumni, including Rabindranath Tagore, Subhash Chandra Bose, Amartya Sen. Educational reform: the establishment of Hindu College marked a significant shift in India's educational landscape, introducing modern education, innovation, pedagogy. It was pivotal in nurturing the intellectual awakening of India during 19th century. The contribution of Hindu College served as a platform for introducing Western education and modern scientific concepts to Indian students. The college played a crucial role in advancing the Bengal Renaissance and nurturing social reforms, who contributed to India's independence struggle. Role of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy is one of the founder of Hindu College and a leading figure in the Bengal Renaissance. He advocated for modern education, including the study of English, science, and philosophy which were crucial for India's intellectual progress. Defeated Sirajuddaulah in the Battle of Plassey 1757. British East India Company. The Battle of Plassey was fought on 3 June 1757 between the forces of Sirajuddaulah, the Nawab, and the British East India Company led by Robert Clive. The British East India Company emerged with two strategic alliances, bribery and superior military tactics, notably Sirajuddaulah commander Mirza perpetrated him by colluding with the British. The defeat of Sirajuddaulah marked the beginning of British political dominance in India. This battle is considered a turning point in the history of India. The British East India Company gained control of Bengal, the richest province of India at that time, which significantly increased their wealth and influence. The victory allowed the British to establish a strong foothold in India, paving the way for the eventual colonization of the entire Indian subcontinent. About Sirajuddaulah. Sirajuddaulah was the Nawab of Bengal. His reign was marked by his efforts to rise the growing influence of British East India Company. He came into conflict with the British due to their fortification of Fort Williams in Calcutta and their interference in the governor of Bengal. He came into conflict with the British due to their fortification of in the Bengal. Role of Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar, a commander in Sirajuddaullah's armies, betrayed him by entering into secret alliance with the British East India Company. This betrayal was instrumental in the Nawab's defeat. After the battle, Mir Jafar was installed as a puppet now by the British, allowing them to control Bengal indirectly. Significance of Battle of Plassey. The victory of Plassey marked the beginning of battle British dominance in India and laid the foundation of the establishment of the British Raj. It allowed the British to control Bengal's vast resources, including its wealth, trade routes, and manpower. French cavalry. The French were involved in India during this period, but were not directly involved in the Battle of Plassey. They played a role in Carnatic Wars, which were separate of conflicts. The Ahom kingdoms was located in Assam and was not involved in the Battle of Plassey. Bahadur Shah Jafari was the last Mughal emperor and played no role in the Battle of Plassey, which occurred nearly a century before his reign. Impact on India. The British India East India Company captured Plassey, enabled them to become the dominant political power in India. The economic exploitation of Bengal after the battle severely impacted its lead economy, leading to events like Bengal Famine 1770. The battle also marked the beginning of the end of the regional kingdoms and the consulate of British power in India. Robert Clive, the British commander who played a pivotal role in securing the political victory at Plassey, which Japar betrayed Sirajuddaula and was later installed as a puppet ruled by the British. Question 7. Aligarh movement is associated with Sir Syed Ahmad Khan and educational reform. Sir Syed Khan Ahmed is associated with the Aligarh movement. He organized and founded the Aligarh movement in 1875. It was based in Mohammed Anglo-Oriental College, Aligarh. Major objective of the Aligarh movement provide modern education. Spread merging among Hindus without weakening their relation to Islam, giving the state social power among Muslims. Looking to Partha polygamy with towards Islam. A division of the following place city, the British East German founded its factory in the 1611. Machilipatnam. British East India Company established its first factory in southern India at Machilipatnam in the year 1611. Machilipatnam, also known as Machilipatnam, is a prominent port town located at the eastern coast of India and Andhra Pradesh. The factory at Machilipatnam primarily used for trading textiles, spices, and other goods, making the early expensive of British India. Trade in India. Machilipatnam was strategically chosen due to its proximity to the Coronado coast and its role as a significant trading hub in the Indian Ocean. The establishment of the factory laid the groundwork for the British East India Company further expansion in the subcontinent. British East India Company founded in Solar, so the British East Company was to trade in the East India, but focus on India's to its resources. It operated as joint stock company and a significant role in colonial expansion in India. Machilipatnam historical importance. Machilipatnam was an ancient port city known for its textile production, especially hand-woven fabrics. The city was a vital trading center for Dutch, French, and British rule during the colonial period. Coromandel Coast stretches along the eastern coast of India and was shaped by a significant maritime trade. It has several important trading ports, including Machilipatnam, Nagalpatnam, and Pondicherry. Early British expansion in India. The British East India Company gradually expanded its influence by establishing factories in the region such as Surat, Bara, Bombay, Surat, outside, and Calcutta, 1690. Urban settlement has also been entered respectively in permanent land revenue settlement. It is also known as permanent land revenue settlement by Lord Cornwallis in 1793 through the Settlement Act. It was introduced in the provinces of Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, and Varanasi. Zamindars are given the right to collect the rent from the peasants. The realized amount of wood would be divided into 11 parts, 1 by 11 of the share belongs to Zamindars, 10 by other share belongs to East India Company. It was a system. It was introduced worth once more than 18 rupees. It was the primary land revenue system in Southeast India. It was introduced in Madras, Bombay, part of Assam, and Kuru provinces of British India. Ownership rights were handed over to the peasants. British government collected tax directly from peasants. Among the following funded the Atmiya Sabha. Rajaram Mohan Roy. Rajaram Mohan Roy funded the Sabha in 1811 as association for the dissemination of the religious truth and promotion of the religious person through the subjects. He listed all expanding on the scriptures. Balganath Layam Janana Purna Savajanis Swami Vivekananda Ramakrisna Mission.